This movie steps through the surface mine Autorun, and then we'll run surface mine reserves utilizing that Autorun file to generate multiple bench volumes with one step. First thing to do is to define your surface mine Autorun. Let's take a look at this fence diagram cross section drawn over to the right. This is cut through the pre-calculated grids, and for example in this Autorun reserve run we're going to do 3 benches. Bench 1 will be made up of topsoil and pre-strip. Pre-strip is the second material, which would be top of coal plus 80 foot. Bench 2 will be made up of this overburdened main bench and the first coal seam C1. And lastly, bench 3 will be made of this interburden and the lowest coal seam C2. So we'll pre-make this Autorun file and then go into the surface mine reserves. It's done under StrataCalc. Define surface mine Autorun. We'll make a new one and we'll call it Autorun. Choose the pre-calculated model and we'll just add in those 3 benches to reserve out. First one is bench 1. You have choices on just selecting strata, or you can use top and bottom surfaces or elevations. That way, if your geology is dipping at say 45 degrees and you are mining it in flat benches, this is a way to predefine all that and run it at one time. We'll just go with the strata, and so for bench 1 we're going to highlight topsoil and the pre-bench. Hit OK and grab the next one with bench 2. And we'll select those as the overburden block and the C1 coal seam. Hit OK, and then lastly bench 3 will be what's left, the inner burden and the C2 coal. And that's it. We'll just go ahead and save it. We saved it as Autorun SMA, surface mine Autorun file. Exit there. Now we're ready for the surface mine reserves under StrataCalc. It's also in the surface mining module under reserves timing. We'll use the pre-calculated model we just looked at. We will turn on this use Autorun. That's the option we just built. And we'll even do high wall slopes, and we'll just set those up at an overall 1.7 to 1 ratio. We'll do 100% recovery. I do want to calculate coal quality or strata qualities, and we will use those named pit areas. These are pre-named pits laid out with layout by advance or layout by matrix. And we'll store results in pits for the scheduling. Bench numbers 1, 2, and 3 will be assigned all at once. We'll go ahead and hit OK. And select the elevation model pre-calculated model. And then grab the Autorun SMA we just built. Crossing select the pits, pre-named, and now it's drawing in the 3D pit shell lines of each bench. And here's the report formatter. We'll take a look in total by pit, strata, look at the coal tons, the waste yards, the coal quality is there. Everything else looks good. We'll save it as surface mine reserves Autorun as the format. And we'll take a peek at that in the display window. So here's the total for pit X10, the various yards and tons broken out. Let's also add the bench number over there. Put that in second place. Display that. That way you can see benches 1, 2, and 3. So it's an automatic way to get the volumes broken out by bench and assigned into the pits ready for scheduling. We'll take a look at the 3D pit shell first. You can see it's now 3 benches. Bench 1, 2, and 3, gradually getting more and more disturbance area at the deeper it goes. Okay, exit there. And lastly, we'll check the quantities that are stored in the pit, so we'll switch to the surface mine module. Under boundary, if we run edit pit, pick inside the first one, number 10, It hatches at yellow in the background. And here you can see the 3 benches stored. First bench 1 is just pre-bench and topsoil. There's the total yards, total volume. Bench 2, we have overburden volume and also key tons and its coal quality. And finally bench 3, there's its inner burden, coal tons, and the quality. Ready for surface equipment timing. It's a very quick and automatic way to store multiple bench quantities with one surface reserve run. This concludes the movie on Surface Mine Autorun. Thank you.